mention that. So I wanted to talk a little bit about sales pages and a little bit of the intricacies there. So I'm going to go back here to my pivot. So this is, at the time of this Q&A, the recording of this session, this is our current launch. You can see we've got a timer that we put on our launches so that our customers or prospective buyers know exactly how much time they have left. And that's for a reason as well. So whenever you're doing product sales, the product you're creating for ProdCreate, you may be intending to just sell it evergreen, and that's fine. You may not have a timer, but most of the time, if you're going to want to generate a larger volume of sales, you're going to need to create some kind of urgency. So in this case, we have a product called Pivot, and it's $127 for the full license. But we're doing a launch sale for it right now, and it's a one-time thing. So if you don't want to pay $127, then you can get in this week where we're offering it for $37. But it is only available for this week. Once that timer hits 0, then you have to pay $127. There may be certain, oops, I hit the buy button there. There may be certain scenarios where we offer it back up for less than $127 again, but it's rare and it would be hard to find. You'd have to be on a certain segment of our list or be invited. So it's a legitimate scarcity, right? You can get in now or you can pay full price. It's still a good price even at full pop, so that's fine. For us, it works well because we're trying to generate a bunch of revenue on a new product in a short period of time, and then we're going to let it go into our catalog and become part of our growing membership, which is what we sell day to day. So I wanted to mention that, but I also wanted to talk about the sales page as well. So this is super simple in terms of the structure, similar to Tiffany's here. Ours may look a bit more fancy because we have a theme, but really it's not. It's a white it's a white web page, full width page. There's no sidebars or anything. This right here that you see is a graphic. Now, what I do is I have this ongoing slide deck, and I use an app called Keynote on the Mac. Now, if you're not on a Mac, you can use PowerPoint. I recommend just white slides, like white background, and then you're going to use different slides to create assets for your sales page. So this is a bit of a behind the scenes on what I do to create stuff. So when I'm building a sales page, now my team does it, and I want to have a headline that doesn't, so this is what WordPress gives you. So you can see Tiffany's headline looks like this, and that's fine. Just roll with that. But over time, if you want to get more advanced or something a little bit more visually appealing or test different styles, this is a bit more visually appealing. You may like it less, depends on your taste. I like it more, but whatever. I just create it in Keynote. So I don't think I did this one here. Maybe I did. Let me just take a quick look. Oh, I did do it here, right? No, that's not. That was for the sales video, which I'll get to. You can see how long this is. So what I'm showing you here is a helper file. I use this slide deck to help me build all kinds of sales assets, and it's right here. So what I do is I take the graphic that my team built for this product, and I put it on the slide, and then I put a text box here, and I type in the headline that I want, and I have another text box there, and then I just draw a box around this, and I take a screenshot, and I save it as a JPEG file or a PNG, depending on the situation. And then when I'm in WordPress or whatever platform you're using to build your sales page, I just add the media and pop the graphic right in here, and it formats nicely to the width of my page. So I can build a nice headline on the fly, and it's just a super simple method for spicing up your sales pages, because I find a lot of people get kind of stuck on, well, I've just got a bunch of text and I want to make it look a bit different. Well, that's what I do is I separate text and I just pop in graphics along the way. So look what I do here. So graphic here, this is another graphic, and I just left justified in WordPress. Okay. So when you're in WordPress, you can add a graphic to your WordPress page, and you can say, I want to center it, or I want it to be left or right justified. And then I type in my WordPress page. I just type in text and it wraps around it. So it took me a bit of time to format it this way, but all it is was a couple of graphics, pictures of me and Ted, pop them into the WordPress page. And then I wrote a bit of copy. So I just say, hey, if you're an author or a coach, we can be your secret weapon. And then this does a lot of my selling for me. It's a sales video, which I'll get into some of the intricacies of how I do that in a second. But all I do with the sales video is I record it, which I'll explain to you, and I upload it to YouTube. and then I take the YouTube code and put it on my sales page in WordPress. All these things are super easy to do, right? In WordPress, or sorry, in YouTube, on your video, it has a little embed button. Or in most cases, you can just take the URL of the YouTube video and paste it into WordPress, and it automatically does this for you. So it's really, really easy. Then, scrolling down a bit further, we have a graphic called Add to Cart. This is a button. I don't even remember where we got it. It was just a graphic. We probably bought it in a graphics pack. So it's literally just an image that I embed on my WordPress page. And then every image you can make clickable in WordPress or whatever web building platform, website, or web page building platform you're using. The images you put on your web page can be clickable. So for me, I don't know if you can see it, but at the bottom left, it shows toolsformotivation.com/?, add to cart, and then it's the ID number of the product that we build. And that product is something we created in our WooCommerce shopping cart platform. So it's very, very simple, all this stuff. It's just a matter of each step has to be completed one at a time. And then as you go down the page, this is just text. So I made the text orange because that's kind of the theme of Tools for Motivation. And then our sales pages are just a mixture of graphics and text over and over and over again. You can do the exact same thing. If you're back to my example, if you're teaching somebody, if you have a product that it's a PDF ebook and you're teaching people, your 10-step system to recover from a bad shoulder injury in 4 weeks, right? You can take a picture of your ebook, put it here, and then explain all the chapters of your ebook. You can do a little excerpt of the ebook right here. You can say, hey, here's a little sneak peek at chapter 2 where I teach you, method 3A of my shoulder, my shoulder repair, whatever, right? And then that's it. And your sales page just takes shape doing that. So I'm going to stop it at that. I just kind of wanted to show you, it's not all overly complex, but I just build this Keynote and I keep all my assets for different things I've created for sales pages over time. Now, let me show you some other things I do. So when I build, let me go back to Pivot. So check this out. Right here is the sales video. Now, if you notice in YouTube, you can set a splash image for every video you upload. So when you go to YouTube, it says, okay, give me the name of give me the location of your video, and you just point to the MP4 you created. And then there's a bunch of other settings. What's the name of your video? Well, mine was Pivot PLR Special. What's the description? Is it private? Is it public? And then one of those things is, what is the splash image or the thumbnail image you want to use for your video? Now, if you don't pick one, YouTube just sets one for you. So what I did was I set my slides to be the same dimensions as a YouTube video, which is 720p. And I can show you the settings here, document. So see my slide size here? I imagine you can do this in PowerPoint. I'm using Keynote again. I don't know all the features of PowerPoint. All this stuff should apply. So this slide is 1280 width by 720 height. And then what I do is I've just built a template for myself where, and I'll actually show you exactly how I did it. The play button is always in the center of your screen. So this is the image I'm using. I always take a shape and I put it on my slide. And by default, Keynote puts your shape in the direct middle of the slide. And with Keynote, you can actually move images around. You can see these lines that tell you, okay, right now I'm centered vertically, and now I'm centered horizontally. So I know that the play button that automatically pops up on YouTube, like so, is going to be right here. So I take that out, and then I put my little arrow graphic there, and then I just drop these graphics here that I built earlier, and that's my little splash image. I export this one slide as a PNG, and I upload that to YouTube, and boom, I'm done. My sales graphic is ready to go here. Now, in terms of, if you watch this, I'll start it.
Hey, it's Justin Popovich with...
Okay, so there's that. Now watch here. I just build a graphic like this using my slide that I speak over for the sales video. Now, when I get into my sales videos, I don't want to go into all that today because I'll likely do a follow-up Q&A down the road where I get more into the intricacies of how I sell. But sales videos are actually a lot easier than people realize. If you don't want to get on camera, you could just do this and speak over top of it and literally just tell people what your product is, why you built it, what they're going to learn, why they should take action now. Just keep it super simple. Basically summarize in a couple of minutes what you wrote on your sales copy, but it will take you so much further because people are hearing your voice and they're hearing your excitement about the product. And maybe it won't come across as excitement right away if you're not used to making videos, but definitely try, give it a shot, because it'll help you convert better than if you don't have it. And Jan's saying she loves it, the video. And actually in that particular video, I put a hilarious little auto-tune commercial to be funny, and there's like 300 views on the video and nobody said anything yet. But I did it to be funny. Greg saying this information is gold. That's awesome. I'm glad you love it, Greg. This is stuff I've never taught because I don't know, I just do it and never think to show anybody this stuff. But let me actually, now that I'm doing this, let me just show you one other thing I do. I'm going to, Arena's saying, this is great, Justin. I hope you will email us all the details for this offer and next steps. Well, I mean, if you're talking about this particular package that I'm just giving you an example of, definitely let me know. If you're talking about Prod Create, you're already in. You have nothing left to buy. So I just want to show you something here. So in Keynote, I'm going to just make a copy of the slide and paste it so I have two of them. Now watch this. Oh, let me delete that. I'm going to delete my picture here. And all of this is being recorded, absolutely. So don't worry about that. Now, is this going to work? Let me try this on the fly. All right, I'm going to close the chat window for a sec. So if you guys ask questions, I'll be back. Because what I'm doing is I am going to start up my ScreenFlow. And what I want to show you is I use this template right now that you see on the screen to do on-camera sales pages as well. I've designed it with the product graphics here, the main message. So it's like, hey, this is a product about managing change, and this video is an overview. I've got our logo, and then my face is going to be right here while I speak to people on camera. So I'm going to use an app called ScreenFlow. This is how I create all my sales videos. And I don't know if it's going to work with Zoom. So let me see here. So there's me. Now, can you guys see me before I do the actual video? Yeah, okay, awesome. You can see me, great. So here's what, now you can't see yourself with ScreenFlow while you record, but let me just show you what I would do to create this video. Hang on. I just realized it's not gonna pick up the audio there. You go back to ScreenFlow. I'm starting again here. Oh, what did I do? I think I completely broke the app. There we go, okay. I need to record my mic. It was recording the wrong thing. So it's recording my screen and it's also recording my video while I do this, okay? So I'm gonna go into presentation mode, but it's also recording me. Hey, Justin Popovich here. Welcome to toolsmotivation.com. And today I'd like to share some details about this new product called Pivot, how to manage change. I think you're really gonna like this one. Okay, so that's, and I would just go on and on and on, blabbering on. Most of my sales videos I honestly do in one take because that's the best, right? You're just sharing from your heart. So here is, now let me just go back. I'm sharing a lot of stuff now. Can you guys see this screen here with my ScreenFlow and the recorded? Okay, thanks, Greg. All right, so here's what I would do. Now, I need to quickly, I'm just gonna do a couple things here. I need to size it to be the right size. Which is 12 by 720. I need to reduce the size of the window there, and then I pop this in. Let me make this part bigger. Now look at that. We've got both the slides and then me. And then I would just, oops, sorry. I would trim off this section here. So ScreenFlow is an app like Camtasia. You'll definitely want to try that if you want to get into sales video. And then I would just do a preview here. Hey, Justin Popovich here. Welcome to toolsmotivation.com. And today I'd like to share some details about this new product called Pivot. Okay, so then what I would do is sometimes I like to just, I would like maybe make it, crop it and stuff like this. Let me just show you here. So you can, oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. I'm doing a lot of things here, but it's worth it. I can't get to it. There we go. corner round. I usually do that. And then I do usually a bit of just adjustment there. So you can just, again, I'm just showing you low level stuff here, but it's just, I want to show you how easily you can get these things done once you learn all these tools. The problem is I've been at this for 10 years and I've spent tons and tons of time learning each and every one of these tools. But there's no reason why you can't do this and learn all of these tools for the implementation of one product launch so that you can get this kind of environment up and running over and over again. I'm going to go to the chat because I see these people showing some stuff. Okay, so love the idea of one take, sharing from your heart is what Melanie says. Yeah, and sometimes it's not great because I've made some sales videos where I'm like really stumbling over my words and I almost embarrassed to listen to it back, but I've left it and I still made money and nobody said, you sounded like an idiot. So whatever, right? You just roll with it. We're all, at the end of the day, we're all small business owners trying to support each other. We mostly respect each other, so people get it. And for me, it's just like speed of implementation. Like I could spend another hour recreating that video, but why? I'd rather spend that hour recruiting people to come see my sales page and buy from me or talking to my customers, right? And then where are you now with this video? Which platform? So this was ScreenFlow. I think maybe you asked that before I answered. Camtasia would be what you use on the PC. Those are the top two as far as I know. I'm not great with tools because once I find one that works for me, I just stick with it. So I don't know all the latest and greatest stuff. If anybody wants to pop in any other ideas of what they use, let me know. And Jan's saying, this is awesome. Thank you. And Melanie's saying it makes you a real, authentic human being. Absolutely. Honestly, I'm almost more willing to buy a product when I see somebody that's clearly nervous because I know they're pushing their comfort zone, but they believe in their product so much that they're doing it anyways. It's like, I really want to support this person. Like they're really going for it. I find that pretty cool. Jen saying I have Camtasia if someone needs help with it. Thanks, Jen. That's awesome. At some point I'll create a space where we can all chat as a group. These tips are perfect and so helpful. I use Camtasia, as Greg saying. Snejana's using Screencast-O-Matic for PC. Yeah, I've seen that one. That's a good one as well. And Alexandra saying Camtasia is okay, using Screencast-O-Matic as well. Yeah, so those are good. But yeah, I wanted to point that out because I just don't see enough people doing sales videos. But I've just seen such a huge uptick in our conversions by having them. And it's not really that much work to do what I was just showing you there, right? How long does it take to make a slide with a screenshot of your ebook? It doesn't have to be what mine looked like. It could just be a picture of one of the pages of your ebook and then a little headline and then your face on the screen saying, hey, here's what I've built, blah, blah, blah. Highly, highly recommend you do it. If nothing else, just to get out of your comfort zone and do more things that'll help you be successful with product selling, especially when we get into week 3.